So today I am going to be opening and installing this Corsair RM750 power supply. So first we're going to unbox it, and this power supply I bought, one, because it was from a reputable brand, Corsair, and it was 80 plus gold verified. I wanted one of the cheapest power supplies I could get that was also 750 watt. And what I'm doing is upgrading a computer I got for free, but it is not the greatest. So this is a modular power supply, which means that instead of having a bunch of different power cables, they have power cables for you to choose which one you want. Then you can only plug in the ones you need to. We also have our cable to go to the wall and some cable management ties. And here we have the power supply and then some screws right here. And now we can get rid of this. Oops. And we have our power supply unit right here. So we're going to be putting this inside of our PC, and as you can see, it's got these plugs on here for you to choose which I/O you want to install. So first I'm going to get the cables I want out of here, because I'm not going to be using all of these. So first we want the motherboard cable. This will power the motherboard. Then we want a SATA cable, a SATA power cable. Also, here's the CPU cable, and as you can see, the inlet right here has it's got 8 pins, but this one, if your CPU only has 4 pins, what's cool about this is you can take it apart. Come on, there we go, and then you can plug just this one in if you have 4, but if you have an 8-pin CPU, you can plug both in. So we have this, so these 3 cables, and the rest of these put back in the box. And I am also planning on installing a graphics card at some point. So I will need a PCIe cable sometime, just not now. So, all right, we've got all this. Let's push this to the side over here and get our computer. All right, so we can see the power supply on the back of here. It's just a normal power supply that came with it, and it's only 250 watts. So we're gonna be replacing that. Let's put this down right here. And we're gonna go ahead and take the side panel off. And again, this is just a free computer that I got. It's a HP Envy with a Beats audio, so I don't know any more about that. Okay. So this is the power supply right here, but what we're first going to want to do is take these screws right here. We're going to unscrew them just with a Phillips head screwdriver. And the new power supply comes with more screws. Probably, I don't know if these will also fit the new power supply, but I'm not sure, so I'm just going to use the new ones. And now the power supply is ready to come out. So I'm going to put it back down on its side, and I'm going to unplug all the cables. I have a SATA power cable there, here, the motherboard power connector, and the CPU power connector. Now that we've got all the cables unplugged from our power supply, just push down this little tab right here, and it should slide right out. And see, this is a non-modular power supply where it just has all the cables coming out of one cord. Then we're going to put in our new power supply. So let me go ahead and plug in the cables first, and then I'll plug them into the power supply, and then we can put it in. All right, so now we have all of our cables. We've got the ends ready to plug them into the power supply. Go ahead and plug them all in. Right. Now we can go ahead and try to wiggle this in right here. All right. Now that we've got that in place, let's go ahead and screw it in. So, got that there. I'm gonna let that go for a minute and get these little screws open. Okay, well, it looks like these screws are specifically Phillips head, and I have a flathead screwdriver. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this go right now and go get a Phillips head screwdriver. I'm back with a Phillips screwdriver. I think this little piece of metal right there is posing a little bit of a problem with that. I might have to take that off sometime, but otherwise I think right now it should be pretty good. It's not fully in place, but it's quite good enough. And let's make sure it's on. Yep, that's on. And let's try powering on and making sure it boots. All right. It's going and the fan's spinning nice and slowly. And that's how we did it.